Welcome to This Week in Cool, a weekly look into what's cool, what's not, and nothing in between.
Join us live in Roomkey, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, to catch the full show.
In this 5-minute recap, we talk deepfakes, Walrus snaps, Green Day, and more. First up is Elon Musk, who has just recently given himself a new title at Tesla. Brian, how cool is the title Techno King?
Not that cool. I think it is cool to invert the idea of what you call the head of a company, but that name, it's a little lame.
I feel like Elon Musk is if a 13-year-old boy became the richest man in the world. And changing the title from CEO to Techno King is some very 13-year-old boy stuff.
Theoretically, a chief executive officer of a technology company is the person who is the monarch of a small kingdom. So it's not necessarily incorrect. It's just not as cool as he probably thinks it is.
He does seem like a guy who thinks that he's pretty cool.
How cool is that?
Our next topic of the night. The Grammys were this past Sunday. Kanye West won a Grammy, but this was after last year when he won a Grammy and then urinated on his own award.
To win an award after doing that is kind of cool, but the fact that P was involved, not as cool.
The Grammys are just kind of terminally uncool. And especially this broadcast from this past Sunday was just incredibly odd, and I fell asleep in the middle of it.
I actually thought this Sunday's broadcast was cooler than in the past. It seemed like the performers actually wanted to be there because they haven't been able to perform for the last year.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that I fell asleep in the middle of the performance.
That might be on you.
Maybe I'm not cool enough to watch the Grammys.
How cool is that?
Next up, the mom of a cheerleader made deepfakes of the cheerleaders' competition. What do you think about this?
This is pretty wild. In particular, this mom deepfaked a video of her daughter's rival cheerleader vaping, and that got her kicked off the team. It's pretty cool that the mom knew how to do that. It is really uncool that she used that technology to bully an innocent teen.
Yeah, bullying, not cool. Deepfakes, cool theoretically, but almost always going to be uncool. Standing up for your daughter, cool. But embarrassing your daughter, not cool.
I can't imagine anything more embarrassing than your mother getting arrested for deepfaking a video of your rival cheerleader. That's pretty bad.
How cool is vaping?
If you're going to vape, you might as well just go ahead and smoke.
But don't smoke, kids.
Smoking is not cool, and it will get you kicked off the cheerleading team.
How cool is that?
Next up, a walrus from the Arctic was found in Ireland, presumably celebrating St. Patrick's Day.
I think this is cool because it just took a nap on an iceberg and then woke up in Ireland. I've taken some good naps before, but never a nap that took me halfway around the world.
Yeah, if the walrus wakes up in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day, that's about as cool as it can be. Not that walruses aren't cool, but I imagine that their life experience isn't usually too exciting.
Yeah, but if you ask me, a walrus's life of just kind of lounging around and eating some fish and having some really impressive teeth seems like a pretty cool life.
How cool is that?
The lead singer of Green Day has filed to run for president in 2024.
Billy Joe Armstrong has done a lot of things and has released some pretty good albums, but I'm not entirely sure he would make a great president or representative of the Republican Party.
Pre-Trump, the idea of a celebrity filing would have been fun and cool and exciting, but now that we've seen what can happen, you have to take these people seriously and at face value.
Do you think Billy Joe Armstrong is going to wear eyeliner and skinny ties while on the campaign trail?
It would be uncool if he changed who he was as he ran for president.
If anything, I want my president to remain authentic to who they are, even if who they are is a person that I don't want to be president.
How cool is that?
This is the last one. Nick, do you want to talk about who this is?
So this woman is one of the most successful airplane stowaways of all time, but I guess successful is a relative term. She just got arrested for the 22nd time at Chicago O'Hare for trying to sneak onto an airplane, which I think is cool.
Yeah, it's cool to be committed to what you're doing, and she didn't let the first 21 arrests stop her, so I think it's cool to really just dig in, especially when it's something that is relatively harmless.
I think it's even cooler that in 2014 she was successful, that she actually snuck onto an airplane in Chicago and was able to fly to Los Angeles. Like you said, that's a crime that doesn't necessarily hurt anyone.
Yeah, some people have baggage, and some people are baggage.
Brian, the chat has proclaimed you have the quote of the night. Some people have baggage, others are baggage.
Now that we've firmly established that I am the most quotable person, we can finish up.
How cool is that?
And that's a quick preview of This Week in Cool. To catch the full live show, join us in Roomkey every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Learn more about the show and Roomkey at howcoolisthis.show/watch.
How cool